Balotelli. Aguero! Staggering! Just staggering! The bottom to within sight of the safety line. Forest are wading in deep water here, but faith remains in their chances of making it to dry land by May. Not that there's an awful lot of dry land in Manchester tonight. It is stereotypically hideous. So Manchester United to thrive as once they used to do, Nottingham Forest simply to survive in any way they can. We're starting all over again here, and here for Manchester United is World Cup finalist Rafael Varane. Eriksen set it back, and Marcus Rashford latched on with the most sumptuous finish. Now that is a plan well executed. Perfection itself, and Manchester United have the lead. Well, 4 weeks ago today precisely, we saw that big beaming smile as Marcus Rashford hit a couple of beauties against Wales for England at the World Cup. And here goes Rashford again. And Rashford can drive away from Aurier, and he can set it for Anthony Martial. It's two. Slithering through the greasy palms of Wayne Hennessy, and Forest Mountain has just got that much steeper. And Anthony Martial, whose two previous Premier League goals for Erik ten Hag this season came peculiarly and rather flatly in that 3-6 Manchester derby defeat on the other side of town, now has one. Body's free kick, and it was a good one, and it is 2-1. Ryan Yates got big at the back stick for Nottingham Forest, and 5 minutes out from half-time, they have renewed interest. And the check is over whether it strikes either his arm or Bolly's arm. That is profoundly unfortunate from a Forest point of view, unforeseeable really. And that news is now disseminated to a rejoicing Old Trafford. Williams met by Fred. Fred's cross is deep. Bolly's header reaches Emmanuel Dennis. Dennis could escape, but only up to a point. Casemiro steals it back, and Casemiro finds Fred, who seals it at the Stretford end. And that will do for Manchester United. Better still than that. 3 goals, 3 points, further progress. Just one defeat in 14 now for Erik ten Hag. And they are within a point of the top 4. They're motoring. Marcus Rashford has joy in his life again, goals in his life again. Tonight's was a smasher. 2 or 3 minutes after it, Anthony Martial nicked a second, and though Forest had a moment just before half-time when they thought they might be back in it, VAR spoilt that moment, and 3 minutes out from the 90, Fred secured the points for those in red tonight. Steve Cooper will be all too aware of that. He is not a man given to panic. He has a process and will stick to it. A mixed night for Wayne Hennessy in Forest goal. He'll be disappointed that Martial's shot slithered between his fingers, but he made a couple of good robust stops in the second half for Steve Cooper, who is exhibiting his gratitude to the Nottingham Forest fans who have travelled on a day when travel has in the United Kingdom been terribly, terribly difficult. They've made a massive effort on behalf of their team. Erik ten Hag has good reason for that broad smile. All of the questions, Lee, we asked before the game about certain individuals, about the way United's back four might function, about Varane's state of mind, about Shaw's position, he was able to put ticks against it all. And notwithstanding partisanship and rivalry, friends will be friends. And Jesse Lingard received love not just from 70,000 Manchester United supporters, but from individuals with whom he shared a dressing room for many years, alongside whom he grew up. And that, from a human point of view, has been one of the most enjoyable aspects of the evening. Shame for him he had to go off injured, but he disappears down that tunnel out of which he came in red so often, with warm applause ringing in his ears. Indeed, the Manchester United team disappears with that same warm applause on which they can reflect for the days ahead until their next task, which is a visit to Wolves under new management on New Year's Eve this coming Saturday. Wolves and Bournemouth ahead for United before the month ends against Manchester City and Arsenal, and those will be potentially defining for them. So that is ahead. What is behind them here is, Rebecca, a really efficient night's work from Manchester United. 1 or 2 really good goals, not least of course that from Marcus Rashford, which set them on their way, and Manchester United, after a 3-0 win, are within a point of the top 4.